Good evening, everyone. I would like to call to order the Theme Park Code Compliance Board meeting. Today's Wednesday, January 21st. Time is 6 p.m. If the clerk would please call.
Janie Anderson,
Here.
Dale Blinton,
Here.
Judy Hammerberg, Rodolfo Barrientos, Michael Lanat,
Here.
Doreen C. Grant, Vanessa Cherry present, Rafael Gutierrez.
This is a meeting of the Village of Biscayne Park Code Compliance Board. The board is authorized pursuant to Chapter 14 of the Village's Land Development Code to ensure compliance with the village's Code of Ordinances. The members of the board are citizens and residents of the village. We volunteer our time and are not paid for our services. The purpose of each hearing is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code compliance officer, which resulted in the issuance of a notice of violation, and to determine whether a violation of the village's code has occurred or is occurring. We are not authorized to dismiss violations based on hardships, ignorance, or the fact that others may be guilty of the same violation. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner. Our responsibility is to act much like a judge in a court, and that is to hear cases presented by the village's code compliance officers and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. We are not authorized to change the code. The village commission is solely authorized to enact or revise codes. Conversely, neither the commission nor the village manager have the authority to overrule the findings of the board. Pursuant to Chapter 162 Florida statutes, orders of the board can only be appealed to the Circuit Court of Miami-Dade County. We have the authority to assess and order payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law, to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code compliance officer's decision, we must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of code as charged. All documentary evidence presented by the parties must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code compliance officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in direct examination, to impeach any witness regardless of which party first called them to testify, and to rebut the evidence against them. If you intend to address the board and haven't signed in, please do so. Anyone wishing to address the board, please stand, raise your right hand so you may be sworn in. You're reminded this board is quasi-judicial and giving false testimony can be penalized.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Are you talking to me? Hello?
Yes.
Is asking. Swear him in and things are heard. We can hear you.
Hello?
Video's on.
Did you swear in?
His audio is not on.
Somebody muted me on that side.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Hear me now?
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yep.
Okay.
Do we have any additions, deletions, changes, etc.?
Yes. Move 5.1 to the end, right after the minutes.
I can't.
It's only, if this,
That's fine.
yeah, Saves time.
The 5-1 would be. Any other?
We're going to ask the board, actually, that can be moved to the end as well. In issuing orders, to consider giving 60 to 90 days for cases that are going through P&D, just because we have new staff and cases are taking a little longer.
90 days.
60 to 90 days on orders that have to go to P&D. We have new staff and cases are taking a little longer to go through the process.
In other words, where we had been giving basically a month in a lot of cases, you want us to push it out for the time being to 60. It makes sense. I mean, there's no point in issuing an order and making a tight date that you share with us now in advance. We know we can't do. No,
And then we were also going to ask to review orders from the last hearing, but we can do that at the end.
we'll do that at the end. Sure. And we'll explain to Dale and Michael what we were trying to achieve and how we have to kind of cull that into a simpler form. So. If there are no other changes, can we we don't always do things in agenda order, but if no one has any objection, I would like to do 6-1 first.
Good evening. My name is Doreen Grant. I'm the Code Compliance Director for the Village of Biscayne Park. The first case on the agenda is in Section 6, Old Business. It's a 6.1 for the address 821 Northeast 120th Street, for case number CE 25-0795. Property owner is BP 120 LLC in care of the registered agent, Robin Weiner. This is a request to appeal fines. The reference is Board of Enforcement dated December 17th, 2025. They were assessed a $250 administrative fee and a $250 violation fine. The violation was for offense, section 11.6.7. The permit had expired for the temporary fence that's on the property.
This is where I wanted to take you first. I don't understand why this is happening. As I just read a little bit ago, any appeals that go to circuit court, they don't come back to us.
Well, it was a penalty that was levied in a misappropriation of the actual violation. I ended up,
To identify yourself and your relationship to the property.
my name's,
Give us a minute, please. I want to hear from the board.
okay.
Questions, concerns? Again, I'm not understanding why this was brought back when Florida statutes are very clear.
Right.
Any appeal goes to circuit court.
Correct.
So we're not to hear the case. I'm sorry, take action in this particular case. We are past that now.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like we have jurisdiction. Is what we don't have jurisdiction because it's beyond us. It goes to the next realm, which would be circuit court, or maybe, I mean, I'm not sure if it's a question that allows it to go into circuit court, because circuit court usually has a monetary, floor. I'm not sure if it's county court or how it works.
Knowing of our positions, the next step is circuit court, not back here.
Right.
Yeah, but it was mislevied against a violation that didn't occur. That's the issue. It's not that I'm appealing it. It shouldn't have been levied in the first place. And you levied it on a violation that I cured by going into the office for 3 hours when they figured out what was the right course of action.
Application?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm talking about the extension of the existing permit. It was a renewal filing. It was a one-page filing to just continue the permit.
Well, from what I'm seeing,
And I paid a fee to do that. This is post you guys levying a violation for the wrong application of a violation.
Heard this case last month. There was no evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, because I didn't know.
The permit was expired.
It's not
And the per-
expired. It wasn't expired. It was a final permit, final inspection was done, and all they needed was
Okay.
an
We're
extension.
gonna go around in circles. There is.
I mean, one, I didn't even know you levied a fine on me. You told me January 21st I'd have to cure it, and then get a notice in the mail I got levied a fine. So
Because there was a violation, that's why the fine.
all right.
Wouldn't there be another, I think that what, we're kind of constrained right now because according to the rules, there's another venue
Jurisdiction.
that needs to be in. But my question is to Doreen is,
Why did we put it on the agenda?
well, no, if, you know, and I hear what the homeowner is saying. My question is, you know, and he says, I guess it's $500, right, total. And he wants to, and he doesn't think that it's should have been levied, but wouldn't he have another alternative to try to do a fine reduction and they can come and argue that case?
Administrative cost and the violation fine cannot be,
We don't.
Okay.
I mean, I paid a fee of $165 to just renew the permit. It was literally one-page filing. And you're violating me for something that I shouldn't have been violated for, even according to the building department, because I had a final inspection, final
All the
permit.
All the documentation supplied us, everything we heard last month. I stand by my vote.
All right, I didn't know you levied a fine on me last month. You told me I was extended to the 21st, again, a 30-day extension.
We
Today's
were
the
very
21st, I need another 60
We
days.
were very
So-
clear last month. We're very detailed.
Really?
And yes,
Were you here last month?
I was here. There was 2 violations.
but there were,
so
Yeah, you gave me till the 21st, and then I got a,
we were very clear. There was a $250 citation violation
there were two cases.
and an admin fine.
Right.
All right, we're going around in circles, folks.
can I request an extension, please, another 60 days to get my permit in for the demo? Because we're running into the same issue. None of the utilities can get the work done. I've been CCing Ms. Grant on the email, so she sees the responses. Today was my due date.
As far as this case, there's nothing further we can do.
So they're gonna send me violations now for the 21st today on the
Let me
demo.
explain, sir. So for this particular case that you appealed, I needed you to hear this answer from the board. I could have explained myself blue at the counter. You wouldn't have understood. So what they're saying is the appeal cannot be heard here. You would have to appeal to the circuit
To the
board.
circuit court, which has a $15,000 minimum requirement.
It's
I'm-
higher
I'm
than
a-
that now. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know.
So I gotta sue in small claims court to get back.
Well, I'm not sure because and I don't know if an ordinance violation gives you circuit court jurisdiction, like in federal court, if it's a federal question, you can sue in federal court if it has to do with the federal statute, for example. So I don't know how that works, but monetarily, it would go small claims up to like $8,000 and then county court now up to like 30 or 50 grand.
So do I get a credit at least for the 165 I paid for the one-page renewal of my permit?
No, your permit had expired. You needed to extend it.
I guess that's debatable because the building department said permits, once they're final, they don't expire.
No, the temporary fence permits do expire.
The other violation was due today, which was the filing of the demo.
Yes, sir. There are two violations. If the board remembers.
With this.
Yes, I was just going to explain to him. There were two cases that were brought before the board. This case and there was another case for the roof that has caved in into the building. Those two cases, that case and this case will be brought back before the board. We didn't schedule it for the extension. His compliance date is today. I've seen the correspondence, like he says, between him and the building department. They are working and reviewing his permits. We are going to come back and ask for an extension from today
Come
to,
back again. Really
Wait.
noticed.
because the case is not on the agenda.
I know, but I don't live near here, so it's
So
like
you-
to come
you will
back.
be
not
penalized.
Efficient, it's
Mi-
like,
Mr., you will not be penalized. We will bring those two cases back and we will ask for the extension retroactively.
You can't deal with that tonight. It has to be properly noticed. properly agendized. This is
Yeah.
your request for
That's
the
gonna bring
appeal
it to them.
is all we can deal with. And my motion is that we take no further action on items.
I mean, you do want a lawsuit. It's crazy. You're fining somebody for something that the building department is saying is not an applicable fine. I mean, it's just
I'm
an,
I'm taking from staff and from what we heard last month. You'll
I'll
come back
second.
next month with your
Thank-
request for an extension. This tonight, we are denying going any further. Do
Okay.
I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
The next case is in section 7 of the agenda, and it's item number 7.14. It's for the address 11121 Griffin Boulevard, case number CE-25-0656. The property owner is 11121 Griffin Boulevard, in care of their registered agent, Q&Q Business Services LLC. They were found to be in violation of Section 5.7 safety requirements. They had a basketball hoop that was placed near FPL lines, and we violated them and reminded them to remove it because it was a safety issue. They are now in compliance. 7.14,
So
they're in compliance. They've moved the basketball hoop.
Make a motion to close the case?
I second.
All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
We already removed the basketball hoop.
You're
Yeah.
good.
We-
You're
Okay.
good.
We agreed. We
Good.
saw the pictures and said,
Case is closed.
Close.
yes,
You're good.
just don't
It's
put it
okay.
back in the same place.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry, who was my second?
Dale.
The next item is in section 7 of the agenda, and it's 7.10. 7.10. It's for the address 910 Northeast 118th Street. It's case number CE-25-0745 for Sherry L. Coate. We're asking for an order of enforcement in this case, found to be in violation of section 16.13.1, exterior wall painting. The exterior wall is in need of paint.
Yes, I'm having trouble hearing.
Ma'am, the board have any discussion first, then.
Oh,
your turn.
okay, okay.
Any questions?
The main question has, I see where there was a notice of violation on the, September the 10th. Was there any, correspondence?
Yes, we were in
From the homeowner?
We were in communication with Sherry. She has experienced some hardships. She lost her husband who used to live in that house. And she's been talking to realtors. She's trying to sell the house. However, we got complaints from neighbors that the house is not maintained. She did get the property cut. However, the house has not been painted as of today.
Is that what's before us? Is that the house painting? Or is it the roof?
The first time we're bringing it before the board.
Okay, because, am I looking at the right one? Because I thought it said dirty roof. Roof,
7.10.
oh, 10, I thought it was 01, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys, I was on 01, not 10. Okay.
Ma'am, if you would, I'd state your name and identify your relationship to this property.
Yes, my name is Sherry Cody, and I'm the owner of the property. And as, oh, okay, I'm having trouble hearing you guys too. I'm being fitted for a hearing aid, so,
Trust me,
okay.
I can understand.
Okay, all right. Anyway, as Doreen had mentioned, I had been in contact with her. My husband passed away of 53 years, so we were dealing with an Alzheimer's issue. And the property did go downhill. I was not able to maintain it. However, I'm in the process right now of working with an investor who wants to buy the property. So I obviously didn't want to paint my whole house. Although I did offer, you can only see the front porch. The house is landscaped nicely. You can't see the rest of it. That's the only part that's really ugly, I guess you'd say. And I'm willing to paint that and touch it up with the same paint that was approved the last time it was painted until it can be sold. But I really don't want to have to paint the whole house. It's just going to be demolished, so.
When is the sale that with the investor going to take
I'm s-
place? When is the sale with the investor going to take
We're
place?
in negotiation right now. His name is Rodrigo Pintos. He's bought other properties in here and sold a few recently. So we're having talks right now, negotiating the price. And also Nancy Dowson, who you all know well, she also has a couple that are interested. So we're kind of having, not a bidding war, but they're sort of talking with each other. So, yes.
I was just wondering, in the interim, about pressure cleaning.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
suggest.
Because you'd have to pressure clean anyway if you're
Anyhow.
gonna
Hmm.
paint. You can't touch
Right.
up over all of this.
Right, okay.
It'll start to peel right away. Um, Just a suggestion. and I-
Yeah, I totally agree.
I wouldn't mind suggesting to have this, brought back in a month,
That's,
to have it
yes,
first pressure cleaned and then well, actually it'd be a month and a half because our next meeting is
February
early, way too early.
24th, I think.
Yeah, because I don't think Miss Sherry would get out there and pressure clean it on her own.
Well, I might have to. No, I have some grown children that'll help
Okay.
me, yeah.
Is that your motion?
Yes, well, if there are no other questions or
Right.
anything, then I'll make a motion on case number CE-25-0745, that violation has occurred, but give the property owner due to hardship and, pending, sale of property, till March hearing, March code hearing, to have the, no, 30 days. What would that be? February 20,
Make it February, make it the
20
23rd, the day before our meeting?
February 23rd, to have the property pressure cleaned and brought back before us with hopefully pressure cleaned.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. So ma'am, you understand, we've given you until February 23rd to at least get a pressure cleaned.
Okay.
You can't just go paint, like Dale explained, you can't paint it in anything.
Right.
Get a pressure cleaned, then we're gonna ask that this case come back to us in February for an update,
Okay,
okay?
that sounds reasonable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
Good luck.
Need to look sort of decent.
Please.
Sorry for your loss.
Yes. Next item is in section 7 still, and it's 7.8. This is for the address 821 Northeast 109th Street. It's for case number CE-25-0947. Peter Lobanov and Danielle Ayala. They
Hello,
are
guys.
For an order of enforcement found to be in violation of section 16.14.1 double fee permits. They installed a construction fence without first obtaining permits.
Yeah, my first name is Rainer.
No,
Just a
Yeah.
second,
Just a
sir.
second. Has
Sure.
a permit been obtained yet?
There's no permit, but the fence is still up.
Okay.
Is there a permit for the work that's being done?
Yes. The work is fully permitted.
Don't you have to get a fence permit? Does that like form follow? I don't get how they can even get one without the other.
This particular case, I believe when they applied for the permits, they were only doing interior work. However, they have a major addition that they've converted the garage, or they're just adding on to the house. And once we noticed that there was an addition and there was work being done outside of the interior, we issued the violation for them to put up the fence right away. We asked them to put up the fence and come back and apply for a permit after the fact, but they haven't come back and applied for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we are, I'm Rainer,
Sorry,
yeah.
Do you have a contractor, sir?
Yeah, I'm representing the contractor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're not, the owner?
I'm not the owner, we
I
are.
need your name and your relationship to the
Yes.
property.
Okay, so my first name is Rainer Caballo. I'm representing the general contractor. As like they say, we have permits for this property. We're building the property right now, an addition.
And you have not applied for the fence permit? yet?
So yeah, we're gonna try to apply this I think last week or this week. So pretty much that's our plan. So I just wanted to see with you guys what's the next step there. Just apply online, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I do see where the notice of violation was for December the 4th with a pull the permit by December the 21st. And now we're already in January, what, the 21st?
Yeah, 21st.
Today's the 21st, the compliance date was December 31st. Okay. Anybody like to make, any other questions?
Well, I have one question, it's kind of off topic, but is the addition, is that how it's gonna look like the picture that's on the front, or is that just a general picture?
No. Actually, it's not gonna be as it's just as per plan. You know.
Okay, so
Not-
that
not-
picture is not
exactly.
presented.
That's just
I just want to bet with my
that's
wife.
a mock-up for another project. Yeah.
All right, that's what I said, but my wife
Yeah.
said otherwise, so now I'll have to bring that home.
No other questions. I'd like to make a motion in case number CE-25-0947, that a violation has occurred. Direct the property owner to have a fully issued permit by February.
24th looks like their second date.
Yeah.
Construction firm, they only have to apply for it.
Ah, you're right, you're right.
So,
Pull it out.
but still, I'd like to give them a couple weeks
Sure.
by, pardon?
P&Z has to approve a construction fence.
I do.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me see. I put my,
Yeah, we have our architect working on it also. If you guys want to, you know.
by March the,
I was thinking for February 24th, that would be the second meeting in February.
yeah, when is our meeting?
Our meeting is the 24th.
But aren't we supposed to be giving P&Z like an extra amount of time because of the new people that she said at the beginning of the meeting?
Something like this?
This is pretty simple. You're not looking at plans that have to be approved and.
Right, but even though it's simple, they still have to go through the same process like. all the
Okay,
other
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Michael, for reminding.
All right, give them, until, give them until, violation has occurred, property owner to obtain a fully issued, permit by March the 24th. If not, a daily fine of $250. In addition, a, fine of $250 and a, administrative cost of $250. So in short, I'm gonna rephrase it. I know I was rambling. I missed it last month. Violation occurred, $250 fine, $250 administrative fee. Have a fully issued obtained permit by March the 24th. If not, a $250 per day fine thereafter.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
I got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
What's gonna be in that addition?
Just it's a master
That's the
room.
master bedroom? Okay.
Master bedroom. Yeah, with its bathroom. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was a kitchen or a bedroom.
No, just a master.
Very close to my house, so I see it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. More board meetings.
The next item is 8.2, Section 8 of the agenda, Item 8.2. Address 11623 Northeast 11th Place. Case number is CEN 22-120. Mr. Charles Francois and his wife were found to be in violation of Chapter 5.6.1 off-street parking. They had a driveway that did not meet the design standards. They are, however, in compliance now. Their violation run fines up to $130,000. They're asking for a fine reduction. They are offering to pay $600. We are also recommending the same amount.
You're recommending the same amount?
That's correct. We're recommending 600.
And everything is done now, right? Looks
It's
good.
done, and they did have some issues, but they worked really hard to bring the property into compliance.
And it looks great.
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
In short, the property owner has been cooperative with.
Cooperative, it did take some time, but they were very cooperative. They came to Village Hall and resolved everything that needed to be resolved, and they are now in compliance.
And I note that the homeowner, took responsibility and had some issues and, also wrote an addendum as well, advising that they completed all the work and got the final inspections.
Any other questions from the board? I will respect what staff says you do. And I will go along with that, but I have to also say that in a case that took well over 2 years to come into compliance and came back in front of us multiple times, I have a problem with this. I really do. The cost of the city for the multiple times it came in front of us and for over 2 years to come into compliance.
But unfortunately, not all.
I'm sorry, sir, into the microphone if you would.
Okay.
Was that, wait, before you do, was that a motion or were you? Okay.
Well, I wanna answer unfortunately, not every time, not everybody have the same financial facility to do things,
Sir, please, into the microphone, you have to be recorded.
Okay, I said, unfortunately, not all the time, everybody have the same capabilities financially to do things, I understand I was wrong, I took responsibility for it, and I've been spoken to Mr. Rafael, to everybody, I told them this is the problem, but I will resolve it. Finally, I resolve it. It's not that I wanted it to stay that way. There was problem, but finally I did resolve it,
We'll have to give you immense credit. You have turned that property into one of the prettiest homes in the city. You have done
you.
overall an elegant job.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
I even took your powder puff and put it in front of my
I've
house.
walked past your house numerous times. I think I've told you. Beautifully done.
Thank
And
you.
that's much appreciated.
Thank you.
So, do we have a motion? There are no other
I have no other questions.
I can make a motion that we accept the homeowner's offer of $600 in fine reduction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pay by date?
Oh,
Pay by
pay
date.
by date by the 30th of January.
30th of January.
What's the date?
Today's the 20th. You're giving them 10 days to pay? 30.
I can pay it now.
Oh, you can?
No, can't pay it now.
10 days, you can pay within 10 days?
Yes, indeed,
Okay.
yes.
Don't think.
Yeah.
Or by the 30th?
We need a specific date. What date are we doing?
January 30.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion and a second to accept the 600 pay by January 30. Motion all in favor.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
And I greatly
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Mr. Francois.
Thank you.
We do too. It looks great. Thank you. Good luck.
Next item is in section 7, and it's item, did we do this one? No, okay, 7.15. 7.15 for the address 11550 Northeast 11th Place. Case number is CE-25-0883, Hector Riglero,
Yes.
that's Paola Riglero. We're asking for an order of enforcement found to be in violation of section 11.6.7A, fence maintenance. They have a wooden fence located on the south side of the property that shows signs of discoloration and is not plumb, it's not straight. There is no permit in the system, and it's still non-compliant.
And this will need to go in front of P and Z, am I correct?
Correct.
I also know there's quite a few boards that are just, broken.
Is that the one?
That's why that's gonna be more than just
Thanks,
a pressure
medicine.
wash and a stain, yeah.
Exactly.
That's gonna be P and Z for sure. All right, questions from the board? Sir, if you would identify yourself and your relationship to the property and
How you doing to all? My name is Hector Reglero. I'm the owner of the property.
would you like to explain this situation?
I would like just to, why can I explain? It is out of code and I would like to have just 2 more months to fix it.
But yeah, fixing it, by that, you mean putting in a new fence?
Well, I won't put a new fence. I will replace some of the woods because from my perspective, I think the fence is straight on level and you can see it from anywhere. It is straight, level, standing perfectly, but some pieces of wood are broken.
Or if you
and-
look at the pictures that we're looking at, I mean, I'm gonna be surprised if you can simply fix it. There appears to be a significant amount of damage. Either way, they'll have to go through
Well,
building department, correct?
we will encourage him to show a picture of
Sorry?
we'll encourage you to show a picture of the fence to the building department. They'll let you know if it's repairable or you'll have to go through the process of replacing it.
Okay, what about Rafael coming home and see it again?
Raphael is not a building inspector, he's a
Oh,
code inspector.
Oh, okay, okay.
Also, isn't it if it's more than 50% disrepaired?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
because I'm looking at this and just from the pictures, and I don't think the pictures are, I mean, the picture's just one dimensional, but it is lean.
Can I see what can I see what you're
Sure.
looking at?
All this, and, that is not ours.
Or it's in the pictures. With,
Hey, I only go to cases, like I said,
Yeah.
and look at the pictures.
I'll do my
Got a
best.
Broken top things at the top.
Yes,
The reason
yes.
I say this is because I have a fence. similar
No,
to
no,
the
no,
one
no,
I-
no, yeah.
Is coming before P and D on this coming Monday to be completely redone, but that's my fence, not yours. And you said there was not an existing permit for this? So you already have I mean, if you're gonna repair a fence that's not permitted to begin with, you might need to get a permit.
Okay,
But once again, that's not before us, it's just the property maintenance, I mean, the fence maintenance.
so
I mean, could it be so old that there's not a permit that can be found? I mean, so that was put up without a permit at some point in the past?
no, we would be talking about a permit for now.
Right. Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
But there was no original permit for the fence.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
So the concern is now, right,
Okay.
right. I said, wouldn't it be best?
that's what I'm
because-
trying to do. I'm trying to replace some of the woods that are broken and I will pressure clean it myself as I do all around my house. I do my landscaping, I take care of the property myself, and that's what I was wondering to do. Nothing too big.
There's nothing further. We would like to make a motion.
Make a motion on case number CE 25-0883. That a violation has occurred. Assess a fine of $250, administrative fee of $250. Give until the March the 24th to bring the property, bring the fence into compliance,
I'll second.
or a $250 per day fine thereafter. And what that means is if you have to go before P and Z, it's giving you 2 months in which to submit the necessary paperwork to go before planning and zoning.
Okay.
We have a second just for discussion.
Second.
To come into compliance by pulling a permit
Well,
or bringing the fence into repair, because
yeah,
try to put
okay.
what compliance is.
By compliance is, yeah, bringing the fence into up to code or having a fully issued permit.
That's fair.
Your second, the whole Judy?
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
And thank you. That was.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Look.
Nice, thanks.
This case was brought before you at the last hearing. Mr. Daniels is an officer of the law who was called to duty and he was granted the continuance.
All right. Good evening, all, and thank you for that.
Questions from the board.
Wait, let me just catch up.
Sir, if you would identify yourself and your relationship to the property.
Yes, my name is Clayton Powell Dingle, and I am the property owner.
I'm seeing that a courtesy notice was given in June with a July compliance date. Then a notice of violation in September with an October date. Has there been any communication between Mr. Dingle and?
We have been in communication and at one point we did come in to Village Hall with information. We bring the property into compliance, into the property several times, and he was called to do it last month. Until the month before.
To what? Last month. Yes.
We're working on 7 months now. It's been a while.
It has, and I appreciate your patience. And since then, I have procured a painter to come and paint the house. I even have swatches, and I don't know if this is the place for this, but
It's not our purview, but it's nice that
Okay.
you have that.
and the gentleman told me he had me plan for March to paint the house. So I already submitted the paperwork through the email system. Yes, through the portal.
So you mean the permit, to seeking a permit?
Yes, I believe it. Well,
It's paint approved.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
The house the same color, it looks like a light color.
It's like automatic, yeah.
Okay. So
Also, you can go and get the colors already approved at City Hall.
yes,
Exactly.
yes.
There is a batch of colors that is an automatic approval. You don't have to wait for zoning.
Okay. When I went to plan and zone, they told me any light color, pretty much, it's a go. It's good to go. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to come sometime during business hours to show you the color that I'm I would like to paint my property, but, so. Okay, this. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, and then I guess make a copy of this and upload it to the, okay,
Can you upload a picture now?
yeah. Yeah, so,
Is it sergeant? Is it colonel? What is
no, just deputy.
Deputy
Yes,
Dingle, right?
yes.
So, you guys were in communication, but his work took him away last month.
Yeah. She has. Yeah. Well, no, not.
Well, I mean, I walk in the morning, I see him rushing out in the morning, and then he got like, went from the police car to the detective car, so I don't know what's going on, but
So, yes. Yeah. So as you are aware, we recently transitioned over to the sheriff office. So we're in that 3-year transition period. So it's a little crazy because we've never been in an elected position. So the sheriff, making sure that her constituents are happy. We're doing a lot of stuff. Like I believe when we had the last meeting, I'm not sure, the Prime Minister of Israel was here. So it was all hands on deck. Not saying that's an excuse, but it's been a little busy.
Realistically speaking,
Mhm.
to be honest, when would you anticipate being able to have the property painted?
I say by March, like the painter. Yes.
We always have to put a date.
I would say second week of March. Give you.
That's
Hold
what I
on.
was gonna ask, because he said March, but do you have a date?
You have to make a date.
If I had to make a
If
date.
it says March, it might be middle of March before he can start. So what are you? what
Okay,
is he
just put
saying?
me down tentatively March 9th. And then I get a confirmation.
Stuff a little more time. Give it March 16th.
Okay. And then
Give-
if anything,
Give some wiggle room.
okay.
or maybe the March,
Hold on.
when's the March meeting? The 24th?
Um, in the case of CE dash 25-0492, a violation has occurred. Assessed a $250 fine, waive the admin fine, give the property owner until March 16th to come into compliance, or else a $250 daily fine.
I'll second for discussion, because I'd like to see that, or just for a statement that, if you see that your contract for your painter is going to be a little bit later, please request an
An
extension.
extension.
Okay.
Okay?
Will do.
Because if not, they'll start a $250 day fine.
Okay.
And, just an FYI, while he's doing it, have the driveway, pressure clean.
Yes.
Otherwise-
No, that's a part of the whole thing.
Idea.
Yeah.
You don't want to come back.
That'll be another thing.
No, yeah. So I spoke to the painter about that. He's also gonna pressure clean the driveway as well. Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Okay.
Detective?
No, deputy. That's okay.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for your service.
But thank you. And also for your patience. I know it's long overdue. I am aware of
And
that.
and if you run into any issue, please get a hold of staff.
Yes.
and Come back for an extension.
Okay, will do. All right. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Seven point 1.13. It's for the address 10916 Northeast 9th Court. The case number is CE 25-0870 for Glenn R. Wexel. We're asking for an order of enforcement found to be in violation of Chapter 5.6.7 Design Standards for off-street parking. The driveway is missing an approach. We have a representative on Zoom.
I'm here as well. Glenn Wexo. I'm the owner of the property. Can you hear me?
Oh, the property owner. Okay,
Yeah, I'm here.
thank you, sir.
So, shall I start?
Sir, if you would, yes, go ahead. Can you turn your camera on, please?
Sure. Hold on a second. There we go. Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been in the park since 1999, and then probably 15 years ago, I had code enforcement come by, and they had mentioned something about driveways and the lady. I don't have her name right here. If I went back in my files, I travel a lot. I'm not in Miami right now. They had said that before I had bought the property, the people, or before I acquired it, on the swale, they had done a rock, kind of a driveway. So not a driveway, but so you could park on the swale. They had done that somewhere in the 70s or so, which I was informed. And then it's one of those older buildings built in 53, and it has, the two strips that go out. And this is the first that I have heard about it in like 15 years about this. So I don't know if there's, I mean, that's what I was told by one of the former code people and since it was built in 53, it would have been grandfathered in. That's all I know about it.
They're only as far as the ribbons.
Okay.
It still requires an approach. We have had multiple cases in front of us since the enactment of the more current driveway ordinance. City's
Okay.
always had a driveway ordinance, just a current one, that have had to put approaches in. Their ribbons are grandfathered in. The lack of an approach, there is not.
Okay. So how do I go about doing that?
I'm going to ask you to pause just a second.
Sure.
Could code please step in?
Yes, we did check in with PND, and the chairperson of PND gave us some information, exactly what you said, that they have to have the approach. The ribbon is grandfathered in, but they have to have an approach. for the
But let
driveway.
me ask the question. If the ribbon goes to that I thought when the ribbon goes to that part, the gravel driveway, that would have been eliminated.
Well, that's a whole nother issue. That gravel that's there is not a proper
Not a proper
approach.
Okay. So
And-
the
and-
approach, so the concrete has to go directly to the road.
That's correct.
Okay.
The approach has to go to the road, and if you're going to use gravel, there are specific, you can't use gravel, am I right? He has to use.
It has to use the same material. It has to be concrete.
Yeah.
Sorry, concrete.
Can I do that? Can I do that like owner builder, or do I have to get a contractor, or what's the process of doing that?
You would need to speak, sir, with the building department. That
Okay.
is not our purview.
Okay.
Right.
I can't hear the other person talking in the
It would
background.
have to go in front of Planning and Design Board.
Has to be reviewed by them.
just to continue the couple feet to the
Correct,
swale.
because they will work with you with the proper dimensions, the requirements, the positioning. There's
Okay.
more to it. And you want to know you're doing it correctly, so yes.
Of course. Of
and
course.
You want to be in front of planning and design review.
And that's planning and design review. Is that North Miami or is that Biscayne Park?
Biscayne Park.
Biscayne Park.
Okay. Okay. So I guess I should go down to
To Village Hall Building Department.
okay. So I can do that. Can I have some time to do this? I do a lot of traveling, a couple of months, and then I'll be able to get it taken care of.
I think this one might want the 9 days. Because, I mean, he hasn't even started with the design.
Exactly. Very
This may
correct.
warrant.
Yeah, this is all kind of new to me, so
Well, it's been out there for quite a while because they put out flyers and everything when the ordinance was first.
The ordinance was first enacted in 2023.
okay.
Yeah. You were. No.
Are you making?
I believe it was 2022 because
Vice
I
Mayor
was
corrected.
on the commission at the
It was the final date that it had to be. Okay. What are we thinking, like April 30th?
Well,
Let's see.
April 20th is the
Oh.
last one right there.
Okay,
Yeah, so April 2nd.
April 21st?
Yeah, that gives
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hearings. 6 code hearings.
Yeah, that'll give me some time.
And that code.
D&D. D&D, yeah. Okay, so April 21st.
Okay.
You gonna make that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'd like to make a motion. In the case CE 25-0870, a violation has occurred, assess a $250 fine, $250 administrative fee. Give the property owner until April 21st to come into compliance by obtaining all necessary permits, or a $250 daily fine.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Just one other comment. I'm just looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
I do see where there's a truck parked on the grass. That is a violation, just so that you'll know. You may want to, if somebody's visiting or whatever, let them know not to park on the grass, because
Okay.
another code violation.
Okay. Usually there's stuff, the only time people are on the grass is just to unload stuff. And,
Yeah, that was just a little a little friendly thing.
okay. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Okay, sir. Have a good
All right.
day.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Safe travels.
It's for the address 1003 Northeast 115th Street. Case number CE 25-027. Property owner is 1003 Northeast 115th Street LLC, in care of their registered agent, Adorno Arianar. They are here for a fine reduction. They were found to be in violation of section 16.14.1 double fee permits. They installed a driveway without first obtaining permits. Fines outstanding are at $5,500. They are offering to pay $500 for the fine to be reduced to $500. We are recommending $500.
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Zoom. Yes, sir, we sure can, but give us a second, please.
You got it, no problem. Thank you so much.
We're gonna make sure we're gonna make sure he's sworn in too. If he's gonna test it.
No,
Thank you, Mike.
no. Thank you.
Please raise your right hand.
Sure.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Just comments. I do see this is a non-homesteaded property, and it's come before us. First notice of violation was back in April of 2025, and then we have an order of enforcement to obtain a permit. That was order enforcement was back in May of 2025, and then we stopped the fines in July of 2025. So personally, I mean, if we only had one administrative fine of $500, of $250. But number of times we've been dealing with it, maybe a little. I think villages, their time is a little bit more than just the 500.
The 500 only covers the citation fine and the admin fine. It does nothing for the dailies and the amount of time involved. I would stand-
The amount of time involved in what, I'm sorry?
Sir, please, let staff and the board talk, and then I will give you.
Okay, you got it, you got it.
Would staff like to weigh in on your?
And I know that we give great deference to the staff and their recommendations, so.
Yes, but I was also looking at the time of, it's come before us, well, twice for an order for a hearing. So, that's every bit of, and this is the third time. So
And
for
effort
all
and
this paperwork,
postings
we're
and,
not even,
right.
so that's 3 times it's come before this,
Mhm.
this board. In addition, there was a notice of violation in the, period of time to go back to re-inspect and to, continue to re-inspect, check it out, so.
He's been very cooperative, so we haven't had any issues that I can.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things that I look at is the cooperation with the homeowner and also the deference to the board or to you guys as far as the time that you put in. And I know that, you know, for every cooperative resident that you have like this one, that there's a number of ones that aren't, that do create time and energy, that it sounds like this one didn't.
That's why I'm glad to hear that what it says the property owner was very cooperative.
Can anybody shed some light on why the application was back in April and the permit wasn't issued until the end of July?
Once they apply for a permit, we have no control really.
No, I understand, yeah.
So it could be several issues. There was a time when the P and Z meeting was canceled. It could be the reviewing process took longer than it's supposed to take. So that's really out of his control and our control, how much it takes in that process.
You were obviously very involved in it. Can you shed some light for us why your application shows you applied in April, but your permit not issued until the end of July?
Are you referring the questions to me?
Yes, sir.
I think to reiterate what they just said, there was multiple times where it was under review. I was constantly on top of the application. There was a cancellation of a meeting like they just said right now. I think it was just bad timing. For my part, in the beginning, I submitted a survey which was over a year old, which I was not aware that you had to submit something under a year. So that took an extra couple of weeks from my part. I did get the other survey. This is my first time ever doing this. I've never done this before, so I tried my best. I'm not a general contractor. I'm not a GC. I'm not an expert. I did try my best moving forward. I got it done in a few months. I heard somebody earlier today that they were doing this for 2 years. I think considering the fact that I'm not an expert and I did try my best, I never disappeared. I answered every single email. I responded. I stood on top of everything else to get it done in a few months. I thought that was actually pretty good on my part.
Yeah, no, and after hearing a little clarity on the fact that the property owner has been cooperative, and I do see the second time it came before us for with an order of enforcement was a request to stop daily fines, given the fact that it was still working
In the
with,
process.
planning and design. So if there are no other questions, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE-25-0271 with the recommendation of the village to accept the offer of $500 paid by, sir, can you pay it by March the 30th?
Yeah, that won't be an issue.
I mean, by
Absolutely.
by January 30th.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll get paid this week.
Be paid by January 30th, if not the full on.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, sir. Your offer
Thank
is
you. Have a good evening. I appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
You too.
by the 30th.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The next item is in new business, section 7. It's item number 7.1. The address is 700 Northeast 113th Street, case number CE-25-0932, Gonzalo Munoz and Maria Jose Tipia Lilia Cubilos. Cubilos. Cubilos.
This is the dirty roof one that I was doing before when it was 7.10.
Correct.
And the question I had
One.
is the January 14th picture, is that intending to show a dirty roof? Because it doesn't look like that to me.
If I'll be honest, the last time I went there, which was a couple of days ago, it looks like they did pressure wash it, but it didn't look completely clean. There was still things in the ridge, like dirt, and I didn't close the case for that reason. They need to do a little more work to complete cleaning it.
I think since they've obviously
Attempted.
started,
Mhm.
I would like to give them another
Benefit of the doubt.
finish.
I know I made my notes after reviewing the case.
Yes.
I put that they were complied because I'm looking at the picture from the 14th.
I did,
Well, you can see a little bit, but I mean,
yeah, the sides
tried,
and
they're
they could
trying.
have done a better job, but they did try.
maybe
Yeah, we
give them
put together
another,
that.
month or so to complete the job. And then if it isn't complete,
Then,
kick in a daily fine, but not to fine them since they've at least
Right.
started. Any questions? Any other comments?
No, it's okay. Yeah. I would move close.
okay.
I like that.
I mean, I'm looking at pictures that's,
We would recommend that.
all right, on case number, CE-25-0932, that the property is in compliance and move to close.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next item, 7.2. Same address, same property owner, but it's case number CE 25-0933, found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1F, property maintenance. They have a carport that's in disrepair. It's still non-compliant.
Yeah, and is this a rental property, do you know?
So the part where the carport is a rental property, and I just discovered that lately because when I was taking pictures, someone came out of the place. 2 years ago, when I went there, they told me a family member lives in the property, and that's why I never issued a violation for a landlord permit. However, when I was taking pictures for this particular case, a gentleman came out and told me he was a tenant. So I am working on issuing a violation for a landlord permit.
Yeah, and maybe for that, the fence over there.
The retaining wall, it's very dirty. It does need to be painted. I saw that.
Yeah, so have you heard anything from I do see it's a non-homesteaded property, and heard anything from the property?
No, there has been no contact except for the tenant that I encountered when I was taking pictures.
There's no questions. I'd like to make a motion. On case number CE-25-0993, the property is in violation. Assess a fine of $250, administrative fee of $250. Repair or replace the carport awning that has to go before P&D, right?
Mhm. I have an old, I don't have a new one.
Yeah, by March the 17th. No, wait a minute, this is the 20th. By March the 24th, or a $250 per day fine thereafter.
I'll second.
Is there an administrative fee? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, 250 plus 250.
Okay.
Have a fully issued permit or
By March
by
24th.
March 24th, or a $250 per day fine there.
And Judy second.
Judy?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Did Judy second or Judy did? Thank you. Next item is 7.3 for the address 720 Northeast 117th Street. It's case number CE-25-011, Property owner is Icon Capital LLC in care of the registered agent Con Jeffrey. We are asking for an order of enforcement for an abatement. They were found to be in violation of section 8.4.1B1, overgrown grass, weeds, and brush. The village abated because there was no compliance by the compliance date on the notice of violation. Village abated at a cost of $500.
What's going on with this property? Do you know?
I'd like to mention to the board that the LLC is now inactive in the corporate, in Sunbiz.
You know, if this property, I believe the last time we. did-
Property is in foreclosure. Yes, the property is in foreclosure. This morning I discovered from our volunteer that someone has requested a lien search. So there's a possibility that a sale might happen.
There's no, well, I have
Oh,
to make a motion.
Sure.
On case number CE-25-1011, violation has occurred. To grant the order of enforcement for the abatement of the property for $500 plus an administrative fee of $250, and request that the village move forward with placing the lien.
We would have to come back
Yes.
for due process. We will bring it back for intent to lien.
Yes.
A second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. So you'll bring it back next month for intent to.
Intent to lien.
The problem is if there's a lien search done now and our fines are not on that lien search, are we going to get paid that $500?
I actually did provide Linda with this information. It's gonna be
That's all we can do.
500 because it's already been expended by the village will be on there. What may not be on the lien search, well, we'll put it on because it hasn't gone out. So whatever is assessed today on the next 3 cases will be added to the lien search.
Well, this isn't 500, this is 750 because of the admin.
750, you're right, on that one case. There's 3 other cases I'm about to call. It's items
Yeah.
7.4 to 7.6, same address, same property owner. We're asking for orders of enforcement on these 3 cases for a swimming pool that's not maintained. It's section 11.9.6, section 11.9.1, protective perimeter fence, water clarity, and section 8.4.7 for stagnant water. All 3 cases are second offenses.
All right, well, do we take one at a time?
Yeah, definitely.
Any questions?
Nope.
On case number CE-25-1014, make a motion that the property is in violation, assess a fine of $500, a administrative fee of $500, and apply by having by January 30th, or a $500 per day fine thereafter.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
500 all 3. It's a repeat offense. Second?
Bear with me a second. I was in the wrong place.
Janie did.
Janie was the second. Oh, may I read the case numbers onto the record? May I just read the case numbers onto the record? I didn't say them. The
Didn't I
case
just?
numbers. You ruled on 7.4. I'm just gonna read out the case number for that one and the 2 other cases. Cases in violation, case numbers CEN-24-653 for water clarity. Case number CEN-24-652. I'm reading the old cases. I'm so sorry. That was the first offense. I'm so sorry. I apologize for that.
So the previous one would be 25-0.
Correct. The water clarity is case number CE 25-1014.
The one
For the
upstairs.
protective perimeter fence, it's case number CE 25-1015. And for the stagnant water, it's case number CE 25-1016.
Do we have any questions on agenda 7.5?
The only question I had is, because this isn't having the fence there, so what is it like going from the sides of the house? Is there fences there? Is
Yeah.
it completely enclosed or what?
Correct. There are fences on both sides. Sometimes it's left open. I went there 2 days ago and I had to close the fence because the realtors that are going to this house go back and they leave it open. So we are keeping an eye, both Raphael and I, every day when we drive by, this is a property that we keep an eye on.
So by virtue of the activity that's going on, the perimeter does get left open,
Compromised.
allowing for
Absolutely.
the danger of kids and all that stuff going in there.
And animals.
Aren't there certain cases, though, where it's required to have this pool itself?
If it was a construction site, but this is not, it's a vacant property that they had bought to renovate, but they have allowed it to go into foreclosure.
But at any point, it's become a danger because
Absolutely.
too many strangers.
And the mosquitoes for the neighbors are just, the pool is green and
And it's been a danger when she's had to go there on random drive-bys and has had to close the fence because realtors have left it open. So that's an issue.
safety issues and health hazard.
Mm-hmm.
If there are no more further questions, in CE-25-1015, a violation has occurred. Assess a $500 fine, $500 admin. Give the property owner until January 30th to come into compliance by securing the swimming pool with protective barrier or a $500 fine
Per day.
per day. Thank you.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay. The next one, 25-1016. Any questions on? No questions? I'll make a motion in case number CE 25-1016. A violation has occurred. Assess a $500 fine. $500 admin fee. Give the property owner until January 30th to come into compliance or a $500 daily fine.
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next item. 7.7 is for the address 724 Northeast 119th Street, case number CE 25-0645. Property owner is LPM 2025 LLC in care of the registered agent, Miami Accounting and Tax Services LLC. They were found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1F roof maintenance. They had a dirty roof. They have since come into compliance. We are, however, asking for a complete dismissal of this case, even though they're in compliance. While doing research, our code officer, Mr. Gutierrez, found that the owners had applied for a permit for the roof. Was that the permit to? Oh, for a demo in August. And then he sent him an email. What was the date of the email? And that was missed. So when this process was happening, there was already activity that was happening that we missed in our office. We are asking the board to completely dismiss this case due to an error on our part.
Oh, that's fine, but, has the, demolition permit been issued?
Yes.
So it has been, and they already have a construction fence and all around the property?
Not yet. Yet started with the demolition.
Permits issued there theoretically.
Permit is good, so they are within,
You got a nice clean roof now. It needed to be done.
Yes.
I mean, it's,
Sounds-
it's still not demolished and it's still not,
they cleaned
yeah.
Would you like to make a motion?
On case number, CE 25 0645, I'll move to have the case dismissed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next item, 7.9. This is for the address 830 Northeast 120th Street. It's for case number CE 25-0494. Property owner is 830 Northeast 120th Street, LLC, in care of the registered agent F. Stratios Leontis. I did that better today. Asking for- Oh, we were going to ask for an order of enforcement. I just learned that they are now in compliance. We're asking to close the case.
Nope.
The only thing I have to say is this property is listed under having homestead exemption.
Yes, homesteaded properties can be rented out. You can rent your house out.
I don't lose the homestead exemption?
You can live in your house for 6 months and rent it for 6 months, and you can't lose your homestead exemption.
Judy, but, there is no homes, it says exemption 0. There is no,
Yeah, no.
Okay.
They have it there, but
either way,
So if you want to be a winter bird and go to Boston for 6 months, you can still claim homestead exemption on your house and then rent it to me for 6 months. They can watch the stuff fruit.
that's the issue, is trying to follow through to make.
Exactly.
sure. That's what makes it, all right.
well, either way, I'd like to make a motion if there are no other questions on case number CE 5-0494. That the case is now in compliance and close, make a motion, move to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Next case is in section 7 and is 7.11. The address is 951 Northeast 111th Street. It's for case CE 25-0913. Owner is Patricia Castella. They're asking for an order of enforcement found to be in violation of section 16.15.2. They have no landlord registration on file for 2025 and will be issuing another one for 2026. For now, this is the case before the board.
And no communication.
We have spoken with the tenant, and the tenant did let us know that the property owner is very unwell.
Well, very unwell, but.
He's alive,
still,
right?
um,
Somebody's living there and paying rent.
If there are no questions, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE 25-0913 that a violation has occurred, assess a fine of $250 plus administrative costs of $250 for the property owner to obtain a landlord application permit registration by January the 30th or $250 per day fine thereafter.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
I would also just like to I don't know if that's mold on the columns or it's intentionally supposed to be painted.
Let me look at the picture.
Look like ours.
No.
Picture, I don't know what it is.
So, I mean, they just may want to clean that up. The rest of the property,
Yeah.
picture
they
looks
got-
pretty good. Like only part of it was pressure cleaned.
I see, okay. We'll issue for that. Mold. Moldy column. Terrible.
Next.
The next item is 7.12, same address, Same property owner. The case number is CE-25-0962. Order, we're asking for an order of enforcement. We have found them to be in violation of section 7.3.1, conditions for the storage of recreational vehicles and trailers. They have a large white trailer parked on the grass in the front yard. They moved it to the side of the house, but the side of the house is still visible from public right of way. This trailer belongs to the tenant. We've had a conversation with I've personally spoken with him and explained the violation, but he is very uncooperative and doesn't intend to comply. He has planted some things, plants around, but we can still see the trailer. It's very large.
I've seen too many times over the years, both in code cases and in variance cases, where foliage has been part of the effort to help people come into compliance, and it almost never works. Now, I don't care how tall, those might be cloches, I'm guessing. And yeah, the ones that are in there will get reasonably tall. There's a little big gap.
Yeah.
There's not going to be anything in there. And the ordinance is not just that it has to go behind the front facing. It has to be shielded from view,
Right.
and that's corner lot.
Right.
So that's not working.
His argument was, I've moved it from the front to the side, but I said the ordinance says we cannot see it. It has from the right of way.
And this is the tenant, right? Not the owner.
This is the tenant that's fighting us.
But it's the owner or property manager's responsibility to read the riot act.
That's correct.
Okay, and have the tenant come into compliance.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't have any communication with the owner?
No, the owner they are in a facility. They are bedridden,
They're old and unwell as well?
old, yes. I believe that either the husband or it's a couple, but one of them passed away. Mhm. Right. Oh, okay, so he walks and, oh. Mm-hmm. No. So I'm not sure who's sick. Patricia is sick. And she's the one that's ill. Okay. The side. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they can move it, so
Yes.
and then.
Mhm.
Regardless, though, the property is not in compliance, and
Right.
there's an issue, and we don't know the facts. They may even have somebody that they hired to be a property manager, so it's not for us to second guess.
Right.
They've been notified and could have submitted a letter or something. If there are no other questions, I'd like to make a motion. Case number CE-25-0962, that a violation has occurred, assess a fine of $250, administrative cost of $250, to have the trailer removed or come into full compliance by February the 7th, or a $250 per day fine thereafter.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
The next item is 7.17, and it's for the address 11920 Northeast 11th Place. A case number is CE-25-0178 for Alina Perez. We have received the email progress report as was requested by the board from Alina, and it's in your package. She has a new trial date for February 9, 2026.
She's been cooperative and has been here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
I said that she's been cooperative and she's been here.
Yeah.
We just table it
Yeah.
until the next hearing for another
Exactly.
progress.
Maybe,
Alright, then,
maybe 3 months. These cases take forever, maybe another 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not unusual either, by the way, that it's taken so long.
all right, in case number CE 25-0178, I make a motion to table this until the April code hearing.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5.
Next case is 7.18. And it's for the address 12025 Northeast 8th Avenue. It's for the case number CE 25-0592. Property owners are Andrew and Lamis Wilson. We are asking for an order of enforcement. They were found to be in violation of section 8.4.3.1F, property maintenance. The exterior wall is in need of painting. They have washed the awnings, I believe, but the exterior wall still needs to be painted. This case has come before the board. They were given time, but they're still not in compliance. Did you print the email she sent today? Okay. You can print the email? No, it's important to hear from them. Yeah, she sent an email saying that she's in compliance and she couldn't be in the meeting. Hold and
Doreen, I'm just looking at the September 11th exchange here. The blue ink is yours?
say that again?
The blue ink, the blue writing?
That's what she submitted saying she's in compliance?
Yes. Let me see what the blue is.
Okay.
Oh.
That was your.
No,
Well, they came before the board and the board did give them grant more time. They asked for time and the board granted it.
This is going back since when?
October of 24.
Yeah,
So it's over.
October 29th, there was a courtesy notice, October 29th of 2024, and then a notice of violation September the 22nd of 2025 to comply by August the 22nd of 2025. Then we had an order of enforcement where there was no finding, just to comply by January the 26th code hearing. So looks like there has been no compliance, and even the pictures that are brought before us today for January the 21st of 2026, I'm seeing rust streaks, mold on the base of the house. Looks like peeling paint. There's white patches where looks like the gutter had been installed and stuff over it. And then in the front, mold from underneath the windows and yeah, above the door. Oh, that's stuff.
I just also want to just add that, you know, there seems to be a long history of Ms. Grant and Raphael trying to work with this homeowner and has had to endure quite a lot of aggression from the other side.
Yes, I do see that. And for the record, this is a non-homesteaded property. Is this also a rental property?
It's
a triplex.
Yes, it's a triplex. They live there on the top floor, and the 2 bottom properties are rented.
I mean, it's a income generating property.
Right.
Okay. So that was just for the record. It's a non-homestead, which we look at homesteaded and
Yes.
non-homesteaded properties sometimes.
Yes.
Different situations.
Right. If there are no questions on case number, I'd like to make a motion on case number CE-25-. That a violation has occurred, sets a fine of $250, administrative fine of $250. Fully comply by, so this would require, I'm gonna give them the, other than pressure cleaning, it does look like it does need to have a paint job.
Mhm.
That does not have to go before P and Z, so comply by February the 27th, or a 200, to have a, what's it called? What type of
Paint permit.
paint permit?
Paint,
or
no, paint
I was gonna say
approval.
Paint approval by
Thank you.
February the 27th of 2020. Fully issued paint approval.
I'll second.
Would you want that, or would you want the property to be fully painted by then?
Well, that's a little soon to be fully painted if you have to get a contractor. But,
Yeah.
I mean, if they have a approval with, I'm not familiar now with the paint approvals. Did that?
Color
get-
approval, it's not a permit, it's just a form they have to fill out to show the village that they are using an
It has a deadline.
Doesn't it have a deadline?
Has a deadline.
Does it have a deadline? The paint,
Yeah,
color
it
approval?
does. 'Cause I've had recent paint permit.
Yeah, I thought it was 6 months.
And yes, it has a deadline.
I would have
So
to
that's
check.
why I thought, so if they obtain the paint approval, and that requires very little time. So.
Right.
Yeah,
let's see.
it's just a
I-
matter of choosing a color, and if it's
Well,
an approved color, they don't go through P and Z.
This has been going on for
Long,
over,
long time.
yeah, for quite a while.
And while you're calculating that, I was just going to add that based on the motion, I'm probably going to say no, only because I think that the $250 fine, when I look at this long history, is probably a little too light for an administrative fee, because it looks like you've had to endure quite a bit of hostility, and it doesn't look like it was warranted, and your responses to, the aggressive emails have been, nothing short of professional and inappropriate.
Thank you, Michael.
I have to agree with that. My concern are illegalities
Right.
of whether or not we
Due
can go
process.
above 250.
Do-
You did 500 on the other ones?
Second
They were
offense.
second-
Oh, it's second offenses, okay.
Because there is that fine chart that we have to abide by, and only on a second offense,
Okay.
we go.
My heart goes.
Realistically, you are
Yeah.
100% correct.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
So,
we're stuck.
No, I appreciate that, because I didn't know.
Here's something we can do, and I'm so sorry. You mind if your motion is kind of open? And if we can formulate the verbiage properly. If you guys remember, a couple of months ago, we had a discussion on properties that technically come into compliance because they pulled the permit. But that's it, as far as it goes. The work doesn't get done. Last month, we started, albeit a bit clunky, and we're going to refine that tonight, where in certain situations, there would be the citation fine, the admin fine, the daily fine if they don't comply. But if they comply by pulling their permit, or in this case, approval, but don't finish the work by the expiration of the permit, there is another situation where a $250 fine can kick in the day after the permit expires.
I can add that into, because I haven't finished my motion. I was changing the date. No.
He hasn't done Part B.
You later is refined language, so it makes more sense.
So, I'll restate my motion that a violation has occurred, assess a fine of $250, an administrative cost fee of $250, to, have a fully approved, paint permit by
Approval.
paint approval, by, February the 4th. If not, a $250 per day fine. The, paint, the job is to, the paint job, the paint, completion of the, project is to be done by the expiration of the permit. If not, $150 per day, is to commence the day after expiration of
So we already have a 250 going here by February 4th. So we're gonna have another 250.
If they don't complete the job by the expiration of the paint approval permit. So that's another 6 months? 60 days? It's 60 days. They have 60
days.
days
If it doesn't happen,
by the
then-
expiration of the paint approval
mhm,
time,
then
a
in 250.
daily fine will accrue.
Oh, second.
Favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Sure, we can tidy up the language.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's just 250, 250, comply by, get the approval by February 4th.
You do get the approval and.
That stop,
so
there's no,
Then the 250.
the 250. Yeah, if they don't get the approval, then it's 250.
It will be running anyway.
Yeah.
They'll start, yeah, then.
So really only one 250 per day fine will go into effect if they don't get either one of them done.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And those were all the cases we brought before the board tonight. However, there are several discussion items. The first one I would like to bring to the attention of the board is, to get out of the way so we can talk about the orders, is an update on the property next door to the one we just discussed.
Mm-hmm.
The village has been sued. There's an injunction that has been put in place, and I just made copies for the board to go through, board members to go through in their own time. The village has not yet responded. The new village attorney just received this in his office today, and we had a meeting and he updated us.
When was it served?
It was, I'm not sure if they serve you, the attorneys, electronically now. No, it was served to his office today. Yeah, it was filed in court yesterday, but it was served today. To respond, yes. So I'll be meeting tomorrow with the building officials, and then we'll go to meet with the village attorney to know the stance for the village.
So in a nutshell, the basis of their complaint is we're not letting them bring the property up to code?
They filed it as a complaint, and maybe Michael may be able to explain this to the board. It's a legal issue, and I would not like to comment on the legal issue before the attorney does.
Should we even comment on any
here,
of it?
I
Because
just-
see where they're talking about the $10,000 fee.
I just jumped ironically to item number 28. Plaintiff asserted the right to rehabilitate the historic structure consistent with its former multifamily use. Well, they can't. Zoning has changed. And then they're going to say, well, the village insisted that it would approve only a single-family residence. Yes, because the zoning has changed. That area is no longer zoned multifamily.
Know that it's for us to.
Yeah, my only comments, my only comments would be this, is that those are allegations, so they still have to prove those allegations. There's only 2 counts of the complaint. So these are the only 2 things that they're saying is, number one, that there's been a violation of procedural due process, and they reference the Florida Constitution, and the second count is for a temporary and permanent injunction, which means that they want to try to stop the village from doing whatever we're doing on the lien. But all those other stuff is all allegations. Those are all things that they're saying are the parade of horribles that lead up to these
We
counts.
would have to provide our legal department with the files for them to answer to those allegations.
Right, exactly.
People bring that attention, but
Was for information purposes only.
yes.
The next thing is the orders. The chairperson can elaborate on that. The orders were not clear, the way they were issued. And like Dale said, that we would need to have language that is clear because stuff like this can happen where they turn around and sue the village for something. When we present a case and when orders are issued, they have to have clarity because these orders can end up in front of a judge. And we have to make sure they are clear, that the respondents are informed because they come back and say, I didn't know I was supposed to pay $500. So the orders were a little bit confusing, and I just wanted to bring this back to the board. It's a few of them, it wasn't all of them. And I have made copies of one that I tried to clarify. However, I am not the complete expert. I brought in some language. The chairperson has also done a document. We want to compare this and bring it before the attorney so he can formulate an order that makes sense for everybody.
Reading here, I absolutely support it. It's much clearer, gives more information.
But this was done by me.
Broken out beautifully.
You want the attorney to read this and confirm that this is the language that we want to put in the final order.
Yeah, because part B is what, well, A and B, part 1A and B is what I was trying
Exactly.
to come into by expiration of the permit.
But here it says an additional fine of up to $2,500.
Actually, that should change to 1,000. I changed it in ink. It should change to 1,000, not to 25.
But it says,
You can do it, yeah, you can. So because, right, we already have a 250 up there in the order, if you notice. However, you can assess an extra fine, say $250 or $500, if this case comes back for whatever reason.
But if, because on the case with the paint, they wouldn't be fined if they pull the paint approval by February 4th, there won't be a daily.
251 to keep.
For that,
But, and then 60 days, February,
Within
March,
60 days.
April the 4th, let's say it's only is 60 days, by April the 4th,
If they don't do the work.
if they don't do a work, then it starts at $250 per day.
again,
Correct.
right.
So,
That's clear
Yeah.
in that situation, but there were situations where an actual permit needs to be pulled. And I want to bring to that attention that permits do have different expiration dates depending on the job. A driveway permit has a different expiration date from a paint permit or depending on the job. So we have to be careful in how the language is put in a particular order.
My question, it says if work's not completed, an additional fine of up to 2,500 will be assessed.
25 is not the number, 1,000.
It's a 1,000.
Two,
And
up to.
I'm sorry.
You can do 250, 500, up to 1,000.
Does that mean, does that mean then the $250 daily fine would cap?
no, that's in part one.
So if you read part one,
Gotcha.
This is additional.
Gotcha.
addition.
Okay, I just wanted to,
See, Dale, most of his orders when he gives, he does assess an extra administrative fees for cases that come multiple times, and that's the correct thing to do. And that's what we're doing in this order, only we're
so it would be,
meaning the language. to
it
make-
would be 1,000 plus the ability to add the 250 daily if work not complete.
Absolutely.
But yes, if we're going to go through the effort to start this incentivizing, then absolutely critical that the
Right.
village attorney reads it. So,
Yeah.
And when we do does this go to the homeowner?
Yes, we do mail them to homeowners.
correct?
And,
Does it go to the home?
oh, we do send the orders to the homeowner for sure.
That's why you've heard me say several times, we have to set our compliance dates to make sure they will have an
Correct.
order by then. Yeah, they absolutely have to be served.
well, that's what I was a little.
Homeowner can be,
By one of our property owners tonight when said I didn't know about the thing. I'm going, well,
you were standing right
course
there when
was,
I did not
but
order
I
them for.
didn't want to get into it.
The order is sent, are they sent certified?
Yes, we send them certified.
People don't pick up.
We do keep the record that it wasn't picked up, and we do have information from the post office that we can get electronically. If someone signed for it, if someone didn't sign for it, then it will show in the electronic record. And
So
we'll
if
put
they
that
don't
up.
sign,
We can post it on the door.
And you send certified and regular mail
Send it certified.
only. I usually send, when I send legal stuff, I'll send it certified and regular mail. And if the
to post.
And then with regard to the certified, so they never, if they never signed for it, right? They can say they never received it, but if the other one never comes back, you know, that's one of the things you can tell the court is that, you know, they sent it regular mail and it never came back, so there's an implied
It's a
receipt there.
do that, absolutely. And this is why I say that an order of enforcement can be landing on the desk of an owner who is a Michael. And if our language is convoluted, he will give us a lesson on what a finding of fact is.
Finding them, I wonder at times, and I should have taken responsibility too to pull it forward. It's one of those, we've been using that same form
Right.
for as far back.
So long, and there are some things in there that definitely need to be updated.
You know, we've evolved, and so does the form need to evolve. And now, I think we learn every time we're challenged. And
That things can be improved.
let's try not to be challenged. Let's get it right.
No,
The other
the
order,
important things on here is part 2, which tells,
yes,
that once you've complied, that you.
Yes, absolutely.
And, yeah, I'm in violation. of your
That's
judicial hearing.
absolutely excellent.
I thought, nice job. I'd like to see how the attorney.
Look
Yeah.
and
but I think this is a great.
I think it's fantastic. And also just when you send certified mail and like you put like on the letterhead, like on, you know, via certified mail and US mail.
thank you.
So that way it's on the letterhead too, and you can say, look, we sent it both ways to
Yes.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's we need Michael. Thank you, Michael.
This is great. Thank you so much.
Right.
So usually when, having worked for other jurisdictions, when a final order is issued, which we call an order of enforcement here, we cannot have it twice. There can only be one final order. Now, that final order can be amended or it can be extended. So the reason I put those two orders together is for you to for some clarity. When you issue the final order, there's a fine in there, there's a comply by date. When you issue the second order, it cannot give another different kind of compliance date, another condition. What we can do is just extend the compliance date using an order of extension.
Oh,
What does it? The order of extension wipes out the daily fine because you are granting an extension on the compliance date,
gotcha.
right?
But it's confusing to me about
Yeah.
when it says all accrued fines will be removed.
So that's what an extension is supposed to do. I was even explaining this to our clerk. If I owe South Fifth Avenue, my pay by date is today, and I call them and tell them, hey, I can't make this payment today. Can you give me 2 more weeks? When they give me that grace period of 2, they can't charge me for that. They have agreed to extend my pay by
Right,
date
right.
to a future date. So the 250, they have to pay. We are talking about the daily fine. Only the daily fine can date, comply by date. But
We would use this.
we use this order, not this form. We've been using this form for everything. Continuances, orders of extension, regular orders. But I have all the orders now, and going forward, we're gonna use the right order for the right order that the.
Much better.
To say all accrued daily fines instead of all accrued fines. to be
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, all accrued daily fines. Yes, that word.
And let me ask you a question. The orders that are being granted or extended, are those coming from you?
They come from the board. The orders come.
Oh, they come from the board. Okay, because I was going to say,
Never come from me.
I wanted to just clarify that because I didn't know.
My pay grade, Michael.
Bring it before us, but it may have already started accruing a daily. fine.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, you asked for.
The
an
circumstances
extension,
allow for the
but
extension.
Cases once a month.
Right.
Starting has 2 weeks worth, and we say, yeah.
Let's wait until 6 months when they
Got it.
try to bring them back for a reduction, when an extension can legally remove those fines.
Right.
That will sound great.
And I was wondering when I first saw this, I thought,
Yes, I should have done this a long time ago, but I have to work with the clerk.
awesome. I mean, when I see, here's what it tells me, is it, first of all, it's better for the client because they're gonna get more information
And have it clear.
And it saves you time as well.
and it keeps us I'm running into some unintentionally.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did I miss any?
Sort of went in with the orders and all, and I know because we were talking about the driveways and the fact that so many of them have been
That's where this.
initiated.
Because,
Because
yeah,
I know there's at least one on Griffin that has been
sitting there, yeah.
sitting there
absolutely.
for almost 2 years.
But an order like this keeps them accountable because we don't close the case. And if you don't build the driveway, this is what's gonna happen. There's still a condition in there.
But I mean, it's just a hazard too, because it's a drop down
Yes.
and we have no sidewalks.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with the building official about that. I think they can do something to, on their side as well to make sure they keep it safe.
And then, just for my edification, because I did try to go find our codes on the little website, I could not.
So because Florida Building Code, you're not gonna find it on the Land Development Code?
I just couldn't find it. So the question is, asphalt driveways are still allowed?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it just seems like that was just a chemical hazard. I mean, leaching.
That was a big argument.
Environmentally, I agree.
Yeah, environmental. Well,
Allowed.
okay, that was just a question, because I saw one and I'm going.
If we were a homeowners association, we could have it banned. Oh, there. Yeah, that's what's allowed and what's not
We
allowed.
need to redo those orders.
Yes, we will amend the language and then you can sign them if the board
Okay,
agrees.
you guys will amend?
Oh, I got it. I'll amend it and then I'll have. and then sign.
You're putting
The minutes? So no, we won't yes.
Would you? They haven't gotten the order.
Yeah,
We're a lot later.
they did get these orders, so we will have to send out amended orders.
Oh, they did get
Not a-
these orders.
They already got these orders.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna amend them. Because this was saying February 18 is when. Yeah, I'll amend them and let you look at them and see if they
Gotcha.
go with, because I have to be in a certain thinking mode to fix this.
That worked for me.
Okay. Mike.
So we have. Let's not forget, we need to, I'll make a motion to, Michael's absence for the December meeting.
Second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Judy knows when I realized that I missed.
I know, and you know, you're here consistently, you participate consistently, and we all have brain farts every now and again.
Yeah, it was,
You know, you can shoot a quick email to Vanessa.
I totally, what,
Didn't remember.
I didn't even know.
Hey, when I read.
Email was classic.
Was it? I didn't even remember what I wrote. I just said what happened. Yeah. I mean, I collapsed when I got to my house.
You understand, Michael, your job is mentally demanding.
And I'll be in court tomorrow at 10 a.m. on a hearing on a motion to compel better answers with regard to the deposition I took on that day, to allow me to go back to TGK to take another deposition of her. So,
Okay.
Mel was just the minutes from last.
Minutes.
And I did find one error. I mean, if that's what we're gonna go next.
Yes.
I was not on 7.5. I was not present to make
Right,
any type
right.
of, yeah,
You did
Okay.
there?
yeah.
Oh,
7.5.
you didn't make the motion.
That should be, I believe that would have been me.
Okay.
That's what I had put down, not in, should be chair.
Okay. Judy, do you have any?
A question mark on 8.3.
If I have quite a few, so I'll go last. So I just want to say up front, for all you had to decipher last month,
That was a lot.
these still came out better than I could have hoped, even though there's some things we got to change. With all we threw at you, thank you.
I didn't really get a chance to go over the orders because I usually do. I was going on vacation. So she did the best that she could, and I knew that.
Absolutely, no.
Great job, Vanessa.
And she's so professional in every way, so. Okay, 8.3.
Is that what you have? Okay.
No, she has something. I don't have anything on 8.3. She does.
So
I'm
we're
sorry,
gonna-
Judy does. You okay?
Doesn't, we did two motions on it? Table?
No, we did do two because at first I just made it the table, and then you said, shouldn't we
Correct.
decline the offer? Okay. Rodolfo, anything? Bear with me, folks. Okay, on 6.1. We can delete the second reference to seconding the motion.
Oh, the motion was seconded by board.
On 6.3, we didn't just stop the daily fines, we rescinded the daily fines because it was a internal problem.
Was it rescind the daily fine as of December 17th or just? rescind
In,
the daily
in
fine
total,
period?
in total,
in
yes,
total.
yes. Okay, 7.4. This is where it gets tacky, and I apologize. We'll get it cleaner next month. Where it says all work is to be completed by the expiration date of the permit, it needs to add or $250 daily fine will be assessed commencing day following permit expiration. I know. If you can shorten that, I just want to,
Clean this up and then make you.
So if it goes, if no compliance is achieved by expiration of permit, a daily fine of $250 will commence the following day.
I wouldn't want to use the word compliance again because we use it in terms of getting the original. I want to say work, if work is not completed.
If,
Because we say compliance in terms of getting the permit.
if work is not completed.
Yeah, that's shorter. If work is not completed by expiration date of permit, $250 daily fine commences as of day after permit expiration.
Following that, yeah.
Or they use the following.
Yeah. Also, there's no mention in that of the violation fine and the admin fine, the 250. Because there were also 250 violation and 250 admin fine.
Yeah. Can we bring in, so this case didn't have fines?
Is that the one?
Well. Yeah.
No,
Well-
okay, that's what I'm looking.
It's on
For 7.4, do you have fines on anybody?
No, it was a different case. It was the second case. It was the second, 7.5 on the minutes. 7.5 is even though it's here.
Janie, Judy.
You don't have it on that one?
I didn't write.
There is 250 on the next case at 7.5, but on the 7.4,
No? Okay,
it's not 250.
okay. All right, thank you. I stand corrected. Okay, if two out of three of us don't have it, then I'm gonna go with you guys. Now, on to 7.9. Just the last the last sentence is a repeat. If no compliance is achieved by December 31st, a daily fine, et cetera, et cetera. That's already up there. In 7.14. Again, we have to add in, if work is not completed, oh, wait a minute, we have to add in a $250 daily fine besides the citation, besides the violation and the admin fine, there's the $250 daily. Yep,
Daily fine is, permit is not issued?
right. If compliance is not achieved by February 17th, then a daily fine of $250.
So, right, so here I think we can't say the way we said it by the expiration permit, by the expiration date of the permit of February 17th.
But that's
Because we don't know when the
to
permit.
take that out, right. So we have to delete completed by the expiration,
Day.
we have to take that part out, but expiration date of the permit, a daily fine of $250 will commence day after expiration. It'll get smoother. 7.16. And same thing, the daily fine needs to be added in if compliance isn't achieved by the permit being pulled by February 17th, et cetera, a daily fine of $250. $7.16. Yes, ma'am, check your notes. And then the same thing, all work to be completed, et cetera, et cetera. A daily fine will commence day following the expiration. And same thing for 7.17, the same two additions, the daily fine and the words the day following the expiration of the permit. That's all I have.
Oh, I was gonna say that, we'll bring it back after we clean it up. It can be reviewed a second time.
And again, I can't thank you all enough for being so patient. You know what we're trying to achieve, it's just getting it
Right.
not so clunky, and that we cover every possible eventuality, yet
Yes.
not writing War and Peace.
We're thriving for excellence. Right, Michael?
We're getting there with you guys.
Guys, the dates, the meeting,
They,
I totally apologize. We do need to discuss at least,
we can do a motion for the minutes, an actual motion to move it.
sorry,
No, they have not been approved.
I'll make a motion to accept minutes with the changes. No, we can't accept them. A motion to make the changes that
And-
were offered here tonight on the minutes and to have the minutes brought back next month for approval.
Mhm.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you for
Mhm.
reminding me. Okay, this year's meeting dates. I do have one other issue, and that's the May meeting. If we could possibly consider moving that. Something I think
Kitchen
you
table.
said. Look,
Should be here, May. Although I'm not sure, May, that's when Blair's having the baby. Could be out.
and I will be on a cruise. So if everybody could possibly, I know it's far out, but consider moving May's meeting.
The meeting is supposed to be on the 20th. You'd like to move that? Okay.
Would the, would the 13th be a problem?
So let's look at.
I've got trial caveat, I have trial caveats for all of these, so, that's really gonna be my only issue. I don't have any vacation or anything set up yet, so we can do whatever we want.
Like just to always, if it's at all possible, have a full board, so if anybody has an issue,
Mm-hmm.
bring it forward. Let's do the best we can. But we're better with a full board.
Yeah.
I agree, but I can't control her pregnancy.
Yeah, okay. That's a little tough. That's a little bit tough, but what do we think? of-
May 13 is good. Yeah, it's for us, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have 4 weeks in between.
Okay. May 13th, thank you. So, and anything else that stands out for anybody or? Okay.
I don't know at this point, at some point after sometime in April, May, I may be going to hear from my folks for about 6 weeks, but I have no dates right now, depends on.
Are we allowed to have board members Zoom in?
Yes.
My folks live in the country, they do not have internet.
That's the best thing.
No, I appreciate that, I appreciate that. I can't even use my phone in their house.
But trying to consider all possibilities.
But it's not the fact.
Drive
We'll
to
have,
town.
after I find out, I'll know about it, and, maybe I'll go to my brother's.
Okay, anything else, folks? We discussed any? Motion to adjourn?
Second.
I won't say all in favor.